We're live. Fucking
live.
STV live.
STV live.
Cool. Okay, so quite exciting. This is the first episode, the first take of our new web series called 10:30 Share A Dram. Very simple premise. I invite some interesting people into the studio, sit on the couch and share a dram. If you're not from Glasgow or Scotland, or you've been living in a cave, a dram is an unofficial small measure of usually whiskey. So today's whiskey, we have Dalwhinne Distillers Edition. I've been sharing plenty of drams with customers over the past month, but it's very nice. And joining me for the very first episode is a very good friend of mine, Andy Robertson. We went to high school together, we went to art school together. I was recently at his dad's wedding. Congratulations again, Barry and Louise. Fantastic night, thanks for having us. But now Andy is a textile designer, maker and craftsperson, as well as Culture Enterprise Office, startup, creative business, startup advisor. So thanks for joining me, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
No bother at all. Would you like to share a dram with me?
I certainly would, yes.
Excellent. I know you're a whiskey man. You've tried Dalwhinne.
I've not had Dalwhinne. Where's it from?
It's a Speyside whiskey. Yeah, but this is Distillers Edition. A little bit sweeter than the usual. And I can safely say it's very nice.
Yeah,
so.
I like the Speyside ones.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks very much. Nice.
Pretty good.
Ooh, yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Try some of the popcorn.
What's the popcorn?
This popcorn I found it online, and it's green apple and cinnamon. Very autumnal, I think. Suits the weather.
Leaves blowing off the trees, Alan.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So that is from this company, Joseph's or Joe and Seph's.
Joe and Seph's.
Joseph's, Joe and Seph's. Cracking popcorn. I've had the goat's cheese and black pepper, which is also very good, and salted caramel as well, which is good.
Nice, unusual.
Yep. Anyway, so the kind of simple premise of this web series is just to get some interesting people in, chat about what you do, some philosophy, some thoughts, put the words to right, what you should do when having a whiskey together.
Nice.
So I think I've been thinking a lot recently about kind of inspiration and influences and people who kind of inspire me. People who kind of follow me on Twitter and Facebook and things will know that I've been reading a lot and watching a lot of Gary Vaynerchuck, as he likes to say, a sort of very loud, shouty marketeer and entrepreneur, but very good at what he does. So I know that you've got a real interest in Jean-Michel Basquiat, the painter and poet, and everything else that he does. So in your sort of practice as a textile designer, or as a designer in general, and startup advisor, how important do you think it is to have influences and inspirations that you can constantly go back to and constantly think about?
I think for having an influence like that, or I suppose in business terminology you would call it a mentor. And for artists, they will look at artists that they find particularly inspiring, and I like to emulate it maybe, or steal from.
Right.
I've done that plenty.
Yeah.
I've stolen plenty from Jean-Michel Basquiat, not in drawings and stuff. And I think the thing that it offers someone's creative practice is vision. So it's kind of like I recently. It's interesting. Sometimes you can have mentors and they don't realise that they're a mentor to you.
Yeah.
So there's a guy called, I won't tell you his name, but he was on a leadership course that I was on,
Right.
and he's done a lot of international projects and stuff like that. And what he did for me was just change the scope of projects I thought I could get involved in. He was just willing to push my thinking that little bit further forward. So it's, I suppose, a good mentor or someone that influences you properly, helps you think about the options for you creatively or your business in as far as you can possibly take them. They really stretch out your ability to see how far your capabilities can go.
I think that's really interesting. It's something that I've only really realised the past sort of 2, maybe 3 years, definitely since leaving art school, and just thinking about the different opportunities that your skill sets can be applied to. And I think that, looking at other artists and designers and through history and your contemporaries and sort of thinking, well, what are they doing and how could I do something similar or better? I think it's really kind of interesting to
you get what I was thinking about it before we come in. We're getting towards our 30s, right? And that's the kind of first time I think you stop and like look back and go, what just happened in the last 28 years or whatever. And I was thinking about it this morning before I came in. You kind of have, in the same way that you have taste in, people talk about music or a particular song being about a particular time or an event in their life. It's like holidays, you have a song that always reminds you of a holiday kind of thing.
Totally.
I was thinking about you. That happens with artists or designers that influence your work as well. So I was thinking about, so when I was at art school, you can talk about it like the way you would talk about bands. I was into Jean-Michel Basquiat, I was into Stuart Haygarth, I was into a bit of Annette Beck, and now it's like, okay, now I'm into Mimi Young and all these New York textile designers and stuff like that. And you can, it's like it associates with a particular point of your learning as well. So you almost collect this kind of catalogue of like an album collection. When you have these people that influence your creative thinking at different times.
No, I totally agree. And I think that's a really nice way of looking at it. I think it's a good way of kind of developing as well. Looking back and saying, well, what was I interested in then? What I'm interested in now, and then what's next as well. How do you develop what's next? I suppose like when I was at art school, it was kind of Frank Miller and like comic book artists and stuff like that, and I was doing a lot of kind of prints and things. But now it's very much sort of tailors, and I get really kind of excited about tailoring and kind of fabrics and things like that. So for me, it's not so much kind of contemporary artists, but people who are in the industry at the moment doing what they're doing. But no, I think that's a really cool way of looking at it.
Because you look for, I think certainly with the Jean-Michel Basquiat example, right? So you're looking for things that you can identify with as well. So I know we kind of said about it, it's the other way around, where a good mentor or a good influencer will help you consider the possibilities of your work that you haven't thought of yet, but at the same time there's a reason you're drawn to those particular artists, designers, whatever. And with Jean-Michel Basquiat, it was definitely about his, it's funny, it's difficult to talk about it because art is really exclusive and we have like a design education, so it kind of feels like, oh, what is this guy? And that shows you how exclusive the art world is, that we have studied it and yet still feel, well, me anyway, feel a little bit trepidation at talking about it. But in kind of art critique 101, I suppose, you can tell, good art will tell you about the culture and society within which it's made, or it will tell you a bit about the artist. And there's something really blatant about Jean-Michel Basquiat's, like there's a naivety and like a playfulness in his work. So when I was 17 at art school, and I saw his, without knowing his background at all, saw these large scale paintings that were kind of fun, they were using poetry, lyrics. I didn't know at the time, but heavily influenced by his graffiti artwork, which was a graffiti artist first before he was doing canvas stuff. And just that playfulness, naivety of it, were for me, being 17-year-old at art school, feeling a little bit naive, but wanting to have fun. I was like, I'm having some of this is a guy for me. And then I suppose the more you look into their story, you find other reasons to get excited about them and to kind of follow them. And he's got such a romantic story as well. because again, classic drug overdose when he was 27. So there is this live fast, I could die young, and romance to it that makes it even more appealing. I was going to say something else, but I can't remember.
I think from a kind of purely aesthetic point of view as well, his style was quite kind of defining, I think, as well. The way that he dressed, the way that he conducted himself, his attitude that he had. That's the thing that kind of I don't know much about him as an artist and his kind of background. But the thing that's always kind of struck me is his attitude and how that sort of jarred with what was happening in the kind of New York art scene at the time and how when he was kind of coming up. So that's what I can find really interesting.
Yeah, there's a sense of. I mean, there's a sense like you can watch interviews of him, and there's a sense of that he's always just a little bit smarter than the interviewer, and he's kind of taking the piss a little bit. But at the same time, he's there out of like obligation to someone else for some reason. And I think it got to the point where his popularity, and he went from this like graffiti artist, but at the same time he was a graffiti artist that shouldn't have been a graffiti artist. He was Haitian, Puerto Rican, like, but from a good family, like his dad was well off, and he deliberately like positioned himself to be this kind of street art urchin almost. And then when he moved into gallery work, he was just so eloquent and so, again, as good artists are of the time, like just of the zeitgeist, that these New York millionaires or wannabe millionaires were just gobbling his artwork up. There's stories that they've told through. There's a movie, a kind of dramatisation of his life called Basquiat, that was directed by another artist, a guy called Schnabel, I think. And the story that they tell is that they were having the hoi polloi of, they're having the kind of the big swinging willies of New York commercial scene into his studio buying work before he'd even finished it. Like he literally could not get this stuff out. Whereas he built a reputation as a guy who was famously gave work away for free, and that's how he met Andy Warhol, because he was like throwing away all this valuable work and stuff like that. Even Warhol exploited him as well. So there's a vulnerability to him, but and a real intelligence too. So it's kind of there's lots of just a really interesting.
Yeah, very interesting character. Cool.
And that's the thing that I took from art school as well, because there's something quite, although Glasgow is very proud of its art school, and maybe this is something I projected onto it, I don't know if you felt this as well, but there's, I almost felt like, depending on who I was talking to, if it was old school kind of hard man Glaswegians, telling them you were doing textile design is quite a difficult thing to try and explain, like you're doing what? And so I liked what he'd done as well, because I was doing it in art school, trying to make myself almost sound a little bit rough around the edges than perhaps I was, than my middle class upbringing actually should have allowed me to portray myself. But he did that too. So he kind of rejected the fact that his dad was a well-off like health professional, and put himself into this kind of obscure lifestyle.
Nice one. Cool. Really interesting. I think that what I want to do in this kind of series is talk about kind of different men of importance, to steal a phrase from Patrick Grant, apologies. But people who are men of style, and I think Basquiat is definitely one of them. So I'll put up kind of links, and there's an exhibition coming up in Edinburgh, is it?
It's in Bilbao, it's in the Guggenheim.
Edinburgh.
It's there's been a retrospective of his work. Forgive me, I don't know the theme of it, but they've managed to pull together a lot of his canvas work, and it's in Bilbao until the 1st of November. Cool. So I'm going over next weekend.
Check it out. Smashing, cool. I'll put up links for that. Maybe an exhibition for it in Edinburgh as well. I'll put a link to something as well.
He actually did show he was dead, but I think in 1990 they had work in Fruit Market Gallery because
Alright, cool.
the only time he would work in Scotland.
Well, I'll try and find a photo of that somewhere and make a tenuous link somewhere.
To the Edinburgh thing.
Yeah, definitely. But I think, no, thanks very much for coming in. Really insightful stuff. I think first episode went pretty well. First episode went pretty well. So yeah, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. I'll be posting all the links to all our social media platforms. Get sharing this. And yeah, check out Gary Vaynerchuck, check out Jean-Michel Basquiat, and yeah, keep following 1030. Cool, nice one. Cheers, Andy. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Alan.
Spot on.